You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Smash, smash, smash! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller, you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. This thing didn't it didn't set to the finals, so I just quickly clicked the right buttons, and here we are. I'm gonna pick the semi-finals, and if the semi-finals predictions are correct, I'm gonna predict the rest of the finals along with that. In the last video, I got both elimination finals correct and both qualifying finals incorrect. So sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but I got my Hawks. I backed my Hawks, and we did it. It was a great win as well. We looked dodgy in the first quarter. First quarter, we didn't look up to scratch. I'm just like, oh no, is this finals fever? Are we gonna flop because it's the finals? But thankfully, the rest of the game we were great. Port Adelaide got absolutely smashed by Geelong, so obviously got that wrong. Normally, Port, you know, they might go out in straight sets sometimes, but normally they tend to win the first final. And they beaten Geelong a couple of times, I think, in the first final. So I thought, oh, they win again. Nah, they got smashed by 84 points. And the fact that it was 84 points, that was actually low. Like, the way that game went, it should have been more than 84. Like, that's the craziest part of that. And that actually gave me confidence against them, actually. I even said during the game, I would much rather play Port Adelaide than Geelong. Even though Geelong involves not travelling at all, same stadium, I would have preferred playing in Adelaide Oval, because based on that game, I'm just like, Port Adelaide are beatable, especially in finals, my days. So I feel a little bit more confident than I would have been. I also get very stressed watching Hawthorn anyway, so we were like 33 points up, and I was just like, get another goal, please! Relieve my stress! But yeah, look, I have the right to be like that, because I'm very pessimistic about the way I watch my teams. People were like, why is Davidoff panicking on the stream? They're 7 goals up. Is he crazy? I'm just like, we've literally lost a bigger lead than that against Port Adelaide in regular season. I have the right to be stressed. On top of that, I support Arsenal in the Premier League, who've lost plenty of big leads. So I have a lot of PTSD from watching my teams defend leads and not win the game. So it's partly an Arsenal thing, which is kind of gone into this AFL thing now. But when we play Port Adelaide, I'll be stressed out and worried, but if we win, then I'll be happy. But I feel we have a better chance than we would have had against Geelong, so I'm very happy about that. Having said that, beating Geelong would have been sweet, but that can't happen. Maybe it's a good thing though, because Geelong beat us twice in regular season. Sydney Giants, I went based on their record, head-to-head finals against Sydney. They won 3, lost none. I just thought they'd beat Sydney week 1. I was wrong. They were 27 points up. Sydney won at the end. I saw the last 2 goals and that Heaney mark mid-game. That was crazy. And Brisbane, I said they'd roll over Carlton, and they did. So I was correct about that. Anyway, based on the actual predictions, so I got 2 right, 2 wrong. Let's see how many I get right in the semi-finals. I am going to back my team, just like last week. Someone said during the stream of Hawthorn vs Bulldogs, how could you say dogs would win, Davidoff? I'm just like, no, I didn't say that. I said in multiple streams and videos that as long as we avoid the Gabba, we have a good chance. I said if we play the Dogs, the Blues, or the Dockers, we have a good chance of winning, but we can also lose. I literally said against any of those 3 teams, we could win, we could lose, at least we got a chance. If we played Brisbane, I think we would have lost. So that's what I said in multiple videos. And this guy, I think it was Fremantle Forever or something, in my stream was just like, you never said that, Davidoff. I said it like 5 times. If you don't watch the videos, fair enough, but let's not act like you watched them, because if you did, you'd know I said that. And on top of that, in my finals predictions, it got like 2.6k views, by the way, so he probably did see it, unless he didn't and he forgot, or he just didn't watch it for some reason. But It's my highest viewed video in months. And I said, I tipped with chest that we would beat the Western Bulldogs. And he didn't believe me. I'm just like, it's on video, mate! Anyway, I should stop ranting and remember that there's a prediction video. I'm predicting Hawthorn to beat Port based on two things. One, Port got smashed. It shows they're beatable. Even though we lost a lead to them regular season, I have more faith now. Two, after that win against the Bulldogs, especially from quarter 2 onwards, I have more faith in my team to get further. I don't see us beating Sydney in a prelim. Having said that, I can see us beating Port. I think it's at least realistic. Could I see Port winning? Yes, I can see Port winning. But I'm going to put faith and back my team. It's a bit awkward I'm wearing a blue shirt, but it's fine. It's not Port Adelaide blue. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. It's close. Giants against Lions. So this is interesting because if Hawthorn can't win the flag, I want the winner of this game to win the flag. Why? I like the Lions a lot. I went to the finals game last year against Port Adelaide. I really like them as a club. I like them the most after Hawthorn. I don't support them, but I like them a lot after Hawthorn. Last year they lost the Premiership, lost the Grand Final by 4 points. Very close. I would love to see them get redemption. Having said that, if they lost this game to the Giants are my tip to win the Premiership. Last year I tipped Brisbane Lions way before the season started. Got that correct. No, sorry, I got it wrong, but only by 4 points. The season before I picked up Port Adelaide, and that was very badly wrong. 2024, I picked the Giants to win the flag before a ball was bounced. So it's a bold prediction. I even predicted it straight after the Grand Final last year. So either I get that prediction right, or a team I really like wins. So it's a win-win if either team wins the flag, if it's not Hawthorn. So best of luck to both teams. I'm going to tip the Giants. I'm thinking about the Carlton game that Brisbane just played. Carlton were terrible for most of it. They had a few good spells. The margin ended up like under 30 points, but it should have been like 50 plus. Brisbane kicked a lot of behinds. And they were 60 points up just before half time, with Carlton scoring no points until like 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Having said that, Brisbane could have kept smashing them, but they didn't because they missed a lot of set shots, and that's been an issue for them for years actually. I remember seeing that 6 years ago when they were constantly missing set shots. They haven't fixed that issue yet. They seemed to fix it last year, but even last year they even missed a lot of shots. That game against Carlton, there were some really simple ones as well. A set shot right in front of the goal, hits the post. I'm just like, what are these guys doing? I remember, if you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. There's a moment where a set shot hits the post from right in front, point blank range, and literally a minute later, someone else right in front of the goal just miskicks it completely. I don't know what's going on in the shooting department, but because of that, and because the Giants are at home, I'm going to pick the Giants. I know the Giants just lost off a lead, and I know like losing in your qualifying final can be a momentum swing, especially against a team that's just won their last game. Brisbane probably, they didn't have to try as hard as the Giants did as well, on top of that. No disrespect to Carlton, actually no disrespect to Carlton. Carlton are terrible. But they waited the final spot, let's be honest here. They shouldn't even be in the finals, but regardless, I feel like, especially that second half against Carlton, I just feel like the Giants will beat them, even though Lions got momentum on their side. I just think the Giants will beat them. So yeah, those are my tips, Giants and Hawks. Obviously I hope for Hawks to win, and this one I really don't mind. Either a team I really like wins, or a team that I tip to win the Premiership wins. It's a win-win, kind of. But the winner does play Geelong, and neither team has a great MCG record. That has to be pointed out. Geelong also fixed their finals record in recent years, especially the MCG. So yeah, if this happens, these are the prelims. Unfortunately, I wouldn't back my Hawks to go further than that. The only way I would, if this happened, the only way I would tip Hawthorn here is if we won by like 120 points in this game or something. If we won like a ridiculous margin, then I would tip Hawthorn here as well. But I just don't see us beating Sydney at the SCG in that prelim. It is raining heavily outside. Thunderstorm. In this one, Geelong GWS. I'm going to back a Sydney final. Screw it. Although I feel like the odds are in favour of Geelong. Just because the Giants do not have the best MG record. I don't think it's as bad as Brisbane's, but it's not that great. But I think they can beat Geelong. So either we get, based on what I predicted, either there's a rematch of the grand final from 2 years ago, or the Giants make it and play a Sydney derby, which would be crazy. That would be a crazy game to see. But yeah, those are my predictions. Go Hawks, come on. I'm very excited to see how we do, and it looks like they're confident as well, especially the post-match interviews, especially with the coach. It seems like we're confident, which is good. I like a bit of confidence. Hopefully it doesn't get to the heads too much. Hopefully you don't feel the pressure too much. As I said before the week 1 finals, I said there is less pressure on us than any of the other 7 teams, and I still stand by that, because think about it, there is a lot more pressure on the rest of those teams to win the flag than us. Maybe Geelong, you could argue, because Geelong won the flag a couple of years ago. It's pretty recent. Maybe there's not that much pressure on them to win the flag this year. There's not that much pressure for them to deliver it this year. But there is pressure on the Giants, for sure. There's pressure on Sydney, 100%. There's pressure on Port, for sure. Pressure on Ken Hinkley. There's pressure on the Lions, definitely. They've been at the top for so long. They've not won a flag to show for it. And Carlton, Western Bulldogs, for me, there's more pressure on them as well. Apart from maybe Geelong, there is way more pressure than the rest of the teams than us. At the same time, our players are confident they can go far. They want to go all the way, and I like that confidence. Just don't let it go to your heads. Go Hawks. Let's do this. It's going to be sad if Port win, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this semi-final though. I'm very excited to see how that can go down. But yeah, Friday night, I know what happens. I know where we are before this game happens, but this will be a fun Saturday to watch. Saturday morning. Saturday morning for me, night for you guys, but I'm excited. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And how was this long? This is like double the length of the week 1 predictions, and it's 2 games. I had a lot to say. Look, I'm just gassed that Hawthorn have won a finals game. That's the first time I've seen it. I started watching AFL compilations in 2016. 2017 was my first season. Okay? Hawthorn have not won a finals game in that period. 1 final series out on straight sets since I started watching. There's a second final series. We've actually won a finals game. You know how exciting that is? That's so cool. Anyway, come on Hawthorn. Nothing personal against Port Adelaide, but I hope we smash you. Goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a